Hello together and welcome to my weekly update on the financial markets. My name is Jens and I want to start with you with SP500 index and give you some analysis on it. On the weekly, we can see that the SP500 had two weekly impulses so far, 1 and 2, and 2 corrections, 1 and 2. We broke successfully the last high of the last impulse, so we are technically in the third weekly impulse to the upside. Because of that, I move the arrow here. On the daily, you can see it in more detail. The MACD is about to turn a little bit, but that can mean that we move a little bit more sideways around the last top, or we go all the way back to this daily uptrend line. This one we shouldn't lose. If so, there's the possibility that this was not the start of a new impulse, but a double top scenario, and then we will probably see prices decline more strongly, probably to this weekly support or resistance zone, or even to this weekly uptrend line. In this case, I would probably sell some of my position that I opened recently, will load back up on the levels below. But so far, no reason to be bearish. At the moment, pretty bullish on SP500. If anything changes, I will inform you about that. Here we see the MACD cross on the 4-hour time frame. So there's a possibility that we see a smaller move down. If we switch to US oil against the US dollar, we can see on the weekly time frame, here drawn in red, a monthly downtrend line, so pretty significant, was broken to the upside, supported by this 200 moving average. The break gets retested at the moment with a weekly correction. But this weekly correction drawn in orange has also been broken to the upside, currently retesting this outbreak. And you can draw also a daily trend line above this correction. My view is that if we see a break above this daily downtrend line and a retest and a break again, that would be the sign for me that the bearish market is over in US oil, and then we start a pretty significant new bull run, and that would also be the moment for me to go long in US oil with some of my portfolio, but I would inform you about that on the 4-hour time frame. Nothing much to say about, at least, but we are still below the 200 moving average, so at the moment still bearish. Be patient, don't buy too early. Maybe we have seen already the bottom, but this gets only confirmed if we see a break of this downtrend line. Gold on the other hand, weekly, absolutely bullish. We broke this weekly support or resistance zone. Here price bounced a couple times before finally was able to break out, and then we had this massive push to the upside. The MACD looks like it could cross in near time, and also on the daily we can see that the MACD has a divergence because price makes higher highs while the MACD makes lower lows or lower highs actually, and normally or oftentimes that will be the cause or a sign that price will move lower from here. Price already moved a little bit lower, but I think that's not enough. If we look at this massive impulse to the upside, my goal would be to buy some long positions between these two levels, the 0.5 and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, because that's also the last daily support zone that matches with this daily uptrend line. Would be a perfect spot to buy some gold positions. for the long term. If we go to maybe here the 4-hour time frame, here we lost the 200 moving average, was previously support. We also made a small long-term trade, and I went out around this level, $2,400, and then price declined, and now we see MACD crossing to the upside. Maybe we see a smaller surge to the upside to this 4-hour downtrend line and blue dotted, and then a further move down. Bitcoin USD, I love this chart. We are still in all-time high territory. We had also, like a little bit like the SP 500, we had so far 2 impulses to the upside and 2 corrections to the downside. Even if this correction technically isn't over yet, because we haven't broken the last all-time high with the next impulse, but I'm pretty sure that this was the weekly correction and that we are already in a new weekly impulse to the upside, because it pretty looks like this formation has been broken to the upside, and that was also the moment where I bought 20% of my account balance in Bitcoin, because of this engulfing candle that broke significantly above this level. We are first safe if we really see a surge above the last all-time high, but so far I'm pretty confident that price will do that. At the 4-hour time frame, we can see the alternative downtrend line connecting these 2 highs with each other. Their price bounced and moved lower from here. As long as we stay above this 4-hour uptrend line, or at least last hope the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, because that was a significant area, and also the break of this daily downtrend line, and would get support by this 200 moving average, that at least should hold. If we see price going lower than that, maybe this wasn't the end of the weekly correction, and the end of the weekly correction is still coming, maybe around this weekly uptrend line. But so far I think the low is in, and I expect higher prices from here. I wish you all the best. I keep you updated, and have a good one.